Improving your mobility is usually something that takes time and consistency. But what if I told you there was a little secret hack that would improve your shoulder mobility in about 60 seconds? Shoulder mobility is what we need in order to hold a handstand, hold a weight overhead, back bend with ease, and reach the treats on the top shelf of the food cupboard. So in this video, I'm going to share with you a simple, easy technique that anyone can do, which has helped take my students from this to this and from here to here, and can improve your mobility in less than a minute. In order to understand how this works, we first have to realise that our mobility is not only influenced by our muscles. Sure, if we have tightness in our hamstrings, our ability to fold forwards will be influenced. And if we have weakness in our hip flexors, our ability to lift our leg would be influenced. So of course, muscles do play a significant role. But these are the things that will take time and consistency to improve upon, which, to be clear, I fully recommend. But more instantly, our range of motion or mobility can be influenced by the nervous system. And luckily for us, our nervous system is like a computer, and we are the tech nerds who are about to hack it. Our nerves weave through the body, passing between, around, and through the muscles. And because of this close relationship, a stretched or stimulated nerve feels pretty identical to a stretched or stimulated muscle. So often when we go to move a limb into a certain range and we feel that we have reached the edge of our flexibility, actually what we might have reached is a point of nerve tension. And the computer says no.
Computer says no.
So what can we do about it? We can mobilize our nerves with nerve glides. Glides for the nerves are essentially a very similar thing as stretching is for the muscles. But the most important difference is that nerves need to be mobilized gently. So promise me you'll try these with care, searching only for mild sensations. I'm going to show you two nerves that we can mobilize that pass through the shoulder to instantly improve your mobility. So first, set up a camera and film yourself from the side. We want to assess our starting position so that we can notice any improvements afterward. Keep your arms straight with your palms facing inwards and then see how high you can lift the arm. Make sure you're not arching your lower back by keeping your ribs pulling slightly down and your gaze softly forward. Take a moment to also take a mental note of the sensations and how this feels. Now try out these two nerve glides. The first one is for your radial nerve. This is a nerve which feeds information along the back of your arm and down towards your thumb. There are 4 steps to gliding this nerve. First, reach your arm down alongside the body to depress the shoulder blade, but without side bending. Next, roll your arm inward so the palm faces backward, maybe even sideways. Thirdly, flex your wrist as if you're trying to accept a sneaky tip from someone behind you. And finally, lift the arm away from the body as you tilt the head in the opposite direction. Search out a mild sensation along the arm and the neck, and then to glide, gently straighten out the wrist and the head, before then rebending. Alternate between those two positions for about 10 seconds. The second one is for your musculocutaneous nerve, which feeds information more along the front of the arm. For this one, make a fist alongside you and do the same downward reach to depress the shoulder blade. Notice how your wrist can rock slightly forwards and backwards from here, and practice getting familiar with that movement before then holding it tilted backwards, as if you're trying to get your pinky finger towards your forearm, or perhaps your index finger knuckle pointing towards the floor. From there, take the arm behind your back into shoulder extension, and as before, tilt the head towards the opposite shoulder. For the glide, you have a similar action of rocking the wrist back towards neutral as the neck comes back towards neutral, and then softly move between those two positions for around 10 seconds. Do these 2 nerve glides on both sides and then come back in front of your camera. Take that arm up and overhead, and don't forget to check in and notice the sensations as well. All bodies are different, and for some, visible progress will be very obvious. For others, perhaps just a better sense of ease. But does this flexibility hack exist anywhere else in the body, I hear you ask? The good news is yes, it does. You're going to want to watch this video next for some rapid hamstring flexibility improvements. Let me know how you get on.